Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi is not leaving without a fight. He's trying to extinguish protests like these that keep popping up. Once again, people from across the country have poured out into the streets demanding the hardline ruler to step down. This is just a day after Gaddafi pounded his fist in a rambling TV appearance in which he urged supporters to fight protesters in the streets. The number of people killed ranges anywhere from 300 to 1,000, and residents say militiamen are roaming the streets firing their weapons. This amateur footage shot in the city of Tobruk and accessed from YouTube showed the military still has a heavy presence there. Still, it's the protesters who are making gains, moving closer to the capital and winning over some in the military. Wednesday, we got word that 2 Libyan pilots crashed their warplanes instead of bombing an opposition-held city. The pilots parachuted to their safety, and the move is seen as further evidence that Gaddafi is losing control. However, unlike in Egypt, there is not a well-defined opposition group, and there are fears of what will happen to the country if Gaddafi is forced out.
The risk there is as the regime disintegrates and falls, that the country perhaps also disintegrates and falls into different regions and different tribal groups.
Some fear that will trigger a civil war, and people are fleeing into Tunisia, where they are begging the world to get involved.
Please, we need the help.
A mess, a disaster. It's just terrible. People fighting for their lives to get, scrambling over people, pushing, shoving, kicking, everything. One mess.
The U.S. is considering sanctions to put pressure on Gaddafi. In the meantime, protesters say they will continue to march in the streets and won't stop until Gaddafi is no longer in power. Mark Carlson, The Associated Press, Valletta, Malta.